Welcome back, guys. Harry here, known as Trade Sharp. And interesting things on the Bitcoin chart. We are having that relief rally that I have been talking about. So let's talk about that today. Let's see what are my targets, what do I expect. And if you haven't already, please like and subscribe and join the Telegram below. And with that all out of the way, let's get into the price action. So that was our bottom being put in right here at 34,000, and I was saying around this area we are gonna get that relief rally. Now when it happens, I'm not a guru. I can't predict things, I can't predict the future, but I said typically we do see these relief rallies happen, and we have to take it day by day. The first thing we saw was 4 hours started to put in some higher low structure, and from there on you saw we had this, we came down, higher low structure. At this point here, aggressive traders would have taken the trade here at 34,000 towards the upside here, and but that's not to my risk appetite. For me as a trader, this whole thing is a range here, and I'm not interested, to be honest. I want to see this develop more. I want to see this just, it's my risk appetite being, long term and stuff like this. And yeah, we just got a small pump now, but look at the big scheme of things. We have a lot of resistance coming back. I do think we pop up to this resistance on a daily time frame. You can see how clear it is. Let me just clear all the drawings, go back to the daily. So you can see on the daily time frame how clear it is, right? So basically what I'm looking for, this 41,000 is now no more relevant. Our high should be here now. Is essentially, this is our technical high, but this is a resistance point, right? We can see how at this point here we have multiple rejections at this area, even this area here. So I'm more comfortable saying I want price. I mean, more aggressive people, if you want to be aggressive, then if price is to close today above this area here, which is going to be above this area here, then I do think we're going to pop up here to 45,000. And this area between 45 and 47,000, and even we could have wicks up into 51,000 as a possibility, but this whole block here is a big area to have rejection. And if we do reject at that area, or we show any signs of weakness at that area, then I do think we break down. But if we do start trading above this 51,000, then maybe, we could start heading up from there and we can consider. But I don't really think that the market is ready, but who knows? It's Bitcoin at the end of the day. So what do I expect to happen here? Well, I do expect price to continue up here, and the short-term daily stokes are turned up here. I do think it has some continuation. Now, another, like as I said, I prefer the daily to close above this area, but another clear signal which will give me confidence is simply that the weekly put in a low and it takes out the previous wick. And where's the previous wick coming at, which is pretty obvious, is coming in at this area. And if I circle that area and go back onto the daily chart, where is it going to be? Right at that area where I wanted price to close above. And that's why I want price to close above here compared to here. But most people will call here, but that's doesn't work for me. That's, I think, a lot of people can get faked out at this area, because you can see how many rejections we've had here, right? We've had rejections here, here, here. You want a candle to close above this area, which all of these four wicks would have failed to do, right? 4 times prices tried to close above that area, 4 times it's failed, compared to if you were to just close above here, it's only failed twice. So 4v2, you can play out the odds. The probability of price continuing up after those odds are played out is much higher. Therefore, is the reason why I wanted to close above there. On the weekly, it would make more sense, because why it's making a higher high on the weekly, right? Because on lower time frames, this is structure. This is your low, this is your higher low, this is your high, and yet we have yet to have a higher high yet, right? So essentially we are in a range now until we break this wick. Once this wick is broken, it will probably be a 4-hour higher high, and that will probably lead into the weekly, and I can see our next resistance here, clean range to fill. Then we would probably see that pop up to 45,000. Now, why is that level so deadly? Well, because it could be simply price retracing to make a higher low. But what one good thing is now is that, remember before I said we had to hold that 32,000 on the weekly? Well, now we have a new confirmed low once we take out this wick. So once this wick gets taken out to the upside, our new low is now 34,000. So this has to be the base now, guys. Bitcoin cannot close a weekly below 34,000 now. It has to remain here. So I think it does pop up here. I do think we get a rejection, maybe a continuation, maybe we get a range here. That is something that we could see, then get a dump back down, right? We see a distribution within this whole big scheme of things. Test the lows, range at the lows, and this is like maybe 2 weeks up here, play on the lows here for maybe maybe this is like a month, another month here, a week coming down, and then Bitcoin tries to the upside. So this is what I think, because a lot of people will be trying to short this area here. It's a very simple short, right? If you're bearish already on Bitcoin, you're looking this as basically as a rejection point. You're going to try get your short, very nice simple short for price to continue down, anticipating that you can catch this move and leave a runner for the lows to be broken. So what is typical the market's going to do? It's going to create some liquidity. Any high leverage traders, range at this area, pop them out, give a bit of wicks like that, and that's just going to cut them all off. So, that's typical to see, and that's what I can expect there. We'll see how that happens, but I do expect some upside here. Now, very, very bullish people are going to call this on the macro timeframes a higher low, already being set in a weekly higher low, but I don't think that can happen. It's not confirmed until we take out the weekly, or preferably even just close above this weekly high here. Then I can do. But this area, you have to exercise a lot of caution. You can see that area on the daily time frame is actually coming in with a very strong Fibonacci. So Fibonacci is just like an algo target. And if you look at taking it from this to the wicks here, you can see between here and here perfectly, guys. Between my two lines, it's a pin perfect setup, right? You can see exactly between my two lines, between this resistance here and this support here, right in this is a kill zone. Any signs of weakness here, I do think we roll over, but maybe we get that range to shake a bit of people out. But if we do find the weakness here, then I do think we come back down trade here. But looking at Bitcoin, I do hope it holds the range. I can't guarantee that, but since it's trying to put in a bottom here, coming back down to retest that bottom is not out of the ordinary, instead of V-bottoming out of here. So that's pretty much what I think about Bitcoin. Pretty simple here. I want to show you something on Ethereum that's also very interesting here. Something that I don't believe much in fractals, but if we go on Ethereum here, remove drawings. Where's my hide button? There we go. Check this out. So if you look at this dump we had here, back here, look at this. We had the aggressive dump, aggressive pullback, one more dump, and then continues up eventually. What do we have here on a bigger scale? Aggressive dump. Look at it, right? Let's see if I can find a clean chart. Yep, there we go. That's clean. But that chart has this scam wick here. Alright, let's see here. Let's just try bring it back. So I want to draw, but when I draw it will bring back all my drawings. But look at this area here. Right? Look at this. I'll draw, my drawings will come back. But look, we had the aggressive dump, came up, dumped again, consolidation. Aggressive dump, came up, dumped again, consolidation maybe, before trying to the upside. But I think that this upside move here that we're seeing here could happen here. And that's that upside to this level. What's very interesting, we get rejected there. So if you look at this, I don't really believe in fractals, but it's just something, to take note of. Look at this. So we dump down, V bottom. So that's our dump down. That's actually your V bottom here, right? So that's that move. Then we get the next leg down. Fair enough. We get that next leg down. Then we actually get a push outside of the range. So here's your push outside of the range, which I think will probably come up to the same, which is also Bitcoin's resistance, right? Then we get that test back down, right? So then we get the test back down. And look, now we get that sideways accumulation, which I'm expecting in Bitcoin, right? So then we get the test back down. People get bullish. Nope, market's going to fuck you over. It's going to go sideways for a while, right? So then we get that sideways movement, like I was saying. And then what do we get? We get the test back down, which I think is going to come lower to the base of 30,000 on Bitcoin. Then we come back down to the base, which on Ethereum will probably be here at the $2,000 level. And then what happens? Then we get that move back to the upside. So yeah, with that being said, take care, trade sharp, and until next time.